There are 4 luxury cars sitting on used car lots right now with under 50,000 miles, leather everything, massaging seats, and panoramic sunroofs selling for the same price as a loaded Honda Civic. And every single one of them is being ignored because buyers don't understand depreciation math. I have been following the luxury used car market for over a decade. I have watched people spend $35,000 on a 3-year-old Toyota Camry, while a flagship luxury sedan with an original sticker price of $72,000 sat 2 rows away for $24,000. Same lot, same day. Nobody looked at it twice. That is not bad luck. That is a pattern. And once you understand why it happens, you will never overpay for a car again. These 4 vehicles look expensive because they are expensive, or at least they were. The depreciation on luxury cars is so brutal that the original owner took a $30,000 to $40,000 hit in the first 3 years just by driving off the lot. You are not buying a cheap car. You are buying someone else's financial mistake at a discount. Number 4 on this list is one I have personally recommended to 3 different people in the last 2 years, and all 3 of them get stopped in parking lots and asked what year it is. Let's count them down. Number 4, Lincoln Continental 2017 to 2020. This car should not cost what it costs, and I mean that in the best possible way. The Lincoln Continental was Ford's answer to the Mercedes S-Class. They poured serious money into this car, a 3-liter twin turbocharged V6 producing 400 horsepower, 30-way adjustable massaging front seats called Perfect Position, a rear-wheel drive biased all-wheel drive platform, and an interior that was genuinely competitive with German luxury at the time. Car and Driver called it the best Lincoln in decades. Road and Track said the seats were better than anything in a BMW 7 Series at the time. The original MSRP on a fully loaded 2019 Continental Black Label was $79,000. Right now, you can buy a clean 2018 Continental Reserve with the twin-turbo 400 horsepower V6 under 50,000 miles for $21,000 to $26,000. I'll say that again, 400 horsepower, twin-turbo, massaging seats, under $26,000. The reason it's cheap is brutally simple. Ford discontinued the Continental in 2020. When a car is discontinued, the perception of its value drops overnight. People assume discontinued means abandoned, and they assume parts will be impossible to find and that the brand has moved on. In this case, that fear is mostly overblown. The 3-liter EcoBoost V6 in the Continental is the same engine family used across dozens of Ford and Lincoln vehicles. Parts availability is not a problem. Ford dealerships still fully service these cars. And the 6-speed select shift automatic paired with this engine has a track record spanning over 1 million vehicles across the Ford lineup. Where do you need to be careful? The twin-turbo 3-liter engine does require synthetic oil changes every 5,000 to 7,500 miles, and it does not forgive neglected maintenance. When you inspect one of these, pull the dipstick. If the oil is dark brown and gritty, someone was lazy with it. Walk away. If the oil is amber and clean, you've likely found someone who took care of it. Also, check the air suspension if equipped. Lincoln offered air suspension as an option, and while it rides magnificently, air strut replacements run $600 to $900 per corner. If the car sags on one side when parked, factor that into your negotiation. Who is this for? Anyone who wants to pull up to a nice restaurant and step out of something that makes people turn their heads. The Continental has a long hood, a formal silhouette, and a presence that most cars at twice the price do not have. If you drive 15,000 miles a year and want to feel wealthy every single day for under $25,000, this is your car. Number 3. Cadillac CT6 from 2016 to 2020. Cadillac built this car to fight the BMW 7 Series and Mercedes S-Class on their own turf. This was a flagship effort. General Motors invested billions into the CT6 platform. The body is 64% aluminum, which made it lighter than competing flagship sedans. The interior featured a 34-speaker Bose Panerai audio system that audiophiles still talk about. Rear seat passengers got tablets built into the front seat backs. The 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6 option pumped out 404 horsepower. Road and Track and Car and Driver both gave it serious praise. Original manufacturer suggested retail price for a loaded 2019 CT6 Platinum was over $88,000. Current average asking price for a 2018 CT6 with the twin-turbo V6 and under 60,000 miles is $24,000 to $32,000. This car has lost more than $50,000 in value in 4 years. That is extraordinary even by luxury car standards. Why is it sitting on lots? Because General Motors discontinued it in 2020 and because Cadillac has historically struggled with brand perception in a market where German luxury has been the default answer for status-conscious buyers. If the badge said BMW, this car would sell for $52,000 overnight. It says Cadillac, so it sits. Here is the part that I find almost offensive on behalf of the car. The CT6's aluminum-intensive body construction is the same engineering approach used in the Jaguar XJ and Audi A8. It is not a budget shortcut. It is a premium design choice that reduces weight and improves handling dynamics. The 34-speaker Panerai audio system, there is not a car at $25,000 that comes close to that sound experience. Not even close. Now here is where honesty matters. The CT6 is not without issues. The twin-turbo 3.0-liter engine had reports of valve spring failures on early production models from 2016 to 2017 model years. General Motors issued technical service bulletins on this. You want to target 2018 or later where the issue was addressed, or look for documented evidence that the valve springs were replaced on an earlier car. The 10-speed automatic transmission in models after 2017 is excellent. The earlier 8-speed was competent but occasionally reported shudder under light throttle. Ask for service records. A well-maintained 2018 or 2019 CT6 with the 3.6-liter naturally aspirated V6, the safer choice, mechanically, is one of the most undervalued vehicles in America right now. Who is this for? The buyer who wants to arrive somewhere in a large, commanding, well-engineered American luxury sedan for the price of a mid-trim Toyota Camry. If you have ever wanted to know what $88,000 worth of automotive engineering feels like, this is currently your cheapest path there. Number 2. Volvo S90 from 2017 to 2019. You open the door and there is blonde Swedish wood trim running horizontally across the dashboard. The seats are wrapped in what Volvo calls fine Napa leather, the kind that feels buttery instead of just smooth. The center crystal gear shift knob catches the light like jewelry. There is a 12.3-inch driver display and a 9-inch portrait-style touchscreen running Volvo's own software before most manufacturers figured out how to make a decent infotainment system. Volvo's design chief, Thomas Ingenlath, described the S90 as a contemporary interpretation of Scandinavian luxury. He was not overselling it. This is legitimately one of the most beautiful sedan interiors produced in the past decade at any price point. Original manufacturer suggested retail price for a 2018 S90 T6 Inscription was $64,000 to $68,000. Current market asking price for a clean 2018 S90 T6 with under 55,000 miles is $22,000 to $28,000. The S90 uses Volvo's Drive e-powertrain, a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that is simultaneously turbocharged and supercharged on the T6 trim, producing 316 horsepower. It is an engineering oddity that works extremely well. The supercharger provides immediate torque at low RPM, while the turbocharger builds power at higher RPM. The result is effortless acceleration that feels more like a naturally aspirated V6 than a strained 4-cylinder. Here is what you need to know going in. The S90 runs on a 12-volt auxiliary battery in addition to its main battery. If the auxiliary battery fails, which it will around 80,000 to 100,000 miles, you can get strange electrical gremlins, false warning lights, infotainment freezes, and systems going offline temporarily. Replacement is about $350 at an independent Volvo specialist. This is a known, predictable, and cheap fix. Do not let it scare you off. Let it be your negotiating chip. Also plan for oil changes every 10,000 miles using full synthetic and genuine Volvo-approved oil. The Drive E engine is precision-built and does not like shortcuts. Respect it and it will respect you. The T5 trim, which uses just the turbocharged 2-liter at 250 horsepower, is an even better deal at $18,000 to $22,000 for a clean example. Slightly less power, but the same knockout interior and the same Volvo safety systems, including city safety, autonomous braking, and pilot assist, semi-autonomous highway driving, features that were science fiction on most cars at this price in 2017. Who should buy it? Anyone who wants to look like they have exceptional taste without announcing it loudly. The S90 is the opposite of ostentatious. It is a quiet, confident statement. The people who notice it know what they are looking at. The people who do not are not your audience anyway. Number 1. Genesis G80, 2017 through 2022. I have a theory about why this car is the most overlooked luxury bargain in America right now. And it has nothing to do with the car itself. Genesis is Hyundai's luxury brand, and here is the problem. When people hear Hyundai, they still picture a base trim Elantra from 2003. They do not picture a car that Motor Trend called the best new luxury sedan of the year. They do not picture a car that beat the BMW 5 Series and Mercedes E-Class in back-to-back comparison tests at Car and Driver. They cannot reconcile Hyundai with true luxury because their brain will not allow it. That cognitive mismatch is your financial opportunity. Let me give you the numbers first, and then tell you why they are real. A 2019 Genesis G80 Sport with the twin-turbo 3.3-liter V6 producing 365 horsepower, original MSRP, $58,000. Current market price for a clean example with under 55,000 miles is $23,000 to $29,000. That is a $30,000 hit in 4 years on a car that has not meaningfully aged. From the outside, the G80 is a legitimate head-turner. The long hood, athletic proportions, and shield grille design are genuinely impressive. It does not look like a $23,000 car. It does not look like a $29,000 car. It looks like what it is, a near luxury executive sedan that was sold new for nearly $60,000. The 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6 came directly from Genesis's in-house development team, not a rebadged corporate platform engine. It uses a wet dual-clutch transmission that is smooth and fast-shifting, and unlike dry dual-clutch units found in many European competitors at this price, it is resistant to the low-speed shudder and hesitation that plagued early DCT implementations across the industry. Here is the detail that separates Genesis from European luxury at the used price point, and it is the most important thing in this video. The Genesis 5-year, 60,000-mile basic warranty and 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty follows the car, not just the original owner. If you buy a certified used G80 from a Genesis dealer, you are getting warranty coverage that no BMW, Mercedes, or Audi dealership will match at anywhere near this price. That changes the financial calculus completely. You are not buying a $25,000 out-of-warranty luxury car and hoping for the best. You are buying into active warranty coverage on a vehicle that cost nearly $60,000 new. Real repair costs matter here. Brake pads front and rear on the G80 run $380 to $480 at an independent shop. Oil changes with full synthetic are $90 to $120. The G80 uses the same basic service infrastructure as Hyundai, which means parts are widely available, independent shops are comfortable with the platform, and you are not paying European luxury labor rates for routine maintenance. When you are inspecting a used G80, run the VIN through the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration database first. Some 2017 to 2019 models were included in recalls related to the engine oil pressure system. These are covered repairs, but you want to confirm they have been addressed. Second, test the rear wheel steering on sport trims. Turn the wheel smoothly at low speed in a parking lot. Any grinding or stiffness means the rear actuator needs attention. Third, check the panoramic sunroof track. These have reported occasional binding on high-mileage examples. Open and close it 3 times during your test drive. Who should buy this car? Anyone who wants to walk into a business meeting, a first date, or a family gathering and step out of something that commands respect without spending $55,000 to do it. I have pointed people toward this car who pushed back hard. I showed one person a side-by-side comparison of a 2019 G80 Sport and a 2019 BMW 540i. Same horsepower range, same technology, same interior quality level. The G80 was $24,500. The BMW was $44,000. He bought the G80. 3 weeks later, he texted me, "People keep asking me if it is a new car." That's the thing about luxury depreciation that nobody talks about. The car hasn't changed. The leather hasn't thinned. The sunroof still opens the same way. The engine still pulls hard. Only the number on the sticker has changed, and that number dropped because of time and perception, not because the car got worse. Here's the bottom line on all 4 of these bargains. The Lincoln Continental gives you 400 horsepower American flagship presence for under $26,000. The Cadillac CT6 puts you in an aluminum-bodied 34-speaker twin-turbo executive sedan for under $30,000. The Volvo S90 wraps you in the most beautiful Scandinavian interior available at any price in its year for under $28,000. And the Genesis G80 gives you a warranted BMW competitive luxury sedan with a face that turns heads for under $29,000. Every single one of these is sitting on a lot right now. Every single one of them is there because buyers are either afraid of depreciation, they already missed or too loyal to badges that stopped earning that loyalty years ago. You now know better than that. If this kind of analysis is useful to you, subscribe. I am doing deep dives on more overlooked vehicles, the ones dealers move fast on because they know what they are worth, and they are counting on you not knowing. That video goes up next week, and you will want to see it before you step foot on another lot. Drive something worth driving. Take care of it, and it will take care of you. I will see you in the next one.